Sri Gurubhyo Namah children, welcome to online session. Today we are going to discuss about coordination compounds. Introduction. Coordination compounds are special compounds in which the central metal atom or ion is surrounded by a fixed number of ions or neutral molecules beyond their normal valency. So, coordination compounds are special form of compounds in which the central metal atom or ion is surrounded by fixed number of ions or neutral molecules beyond their normal valency. The familiar example, one of the example is potassium ferrocyanide. The name of this compound is potassium ferrocyanide. You see inside the square bracket. So, inside the square bracket there are two different types of ions. One is iron, which is central metal ion. So, one is iron Fe, which is the central metal ion, which is surrounded by fixed number of cyanogen. So, cyanogen is accompanied with iron. There are totally 6 cyanogen atoms which are bonded to iron. So, the definition is very clear that they are the special compounds in which the central metal atom or ion is surrounded by fixed number of ions or neutral molecules. So, in potassium ferrocyanide, iron is the central metal ion in the square bracket, which is accompanied by 6 cyanogen atoms. So, this is an example for coordination compound. In day-to-day life, we can see examples for coordination compounds. That is biologically important compounds like hemoglobin. So, hemoglobin is due to iron content in blood. So, hemoglobin is a complex of iron, whereas chlorophyll, which plays a greater role in plants, so it is a complex of magnesium. So, even in day-to-day life, we can see the biological importance of complex compounds. For example, hemoglobin, which is a complex of iron, and chlorophyll, which is a complex of magnesium. Now, we are going to discuss about the applications of coordination compounds, where these coordination compounds are applied and what are their uses. To start with, it is useful in metallurgical industries. Metallurgy, what is metallurgy? Extraction of a metal from its ore. So, in metallurgical process, we can use the complex salts. For example, extraction of gold and silver by complex formation. For example, gold will form gold complex with potassium cyanide, thereby forming potassium aurocyanide, whereas silver combines with sodium cyanide to form sodium argentocyanide. So, the first application is it is used in metallurgical industry. So, metals can be easily extracted like gold and silver by complex formation techniques by using sodium argentocyanide for silver and potassium aurocyanide for gold. The next one is industrial applications. How these coordination compounds are useful in industries, particularly in the hydrogenation of alkenes. So, hydrogenation is nothing but adding hydrogen to alkenes. When hydrogen is added to alkenes, it is converted into alkanes. So, here we are using a complex of cobalt, which is pentacarbonyl cobalt. So, in industrial application, it is used as a colloid. For example, in the hydrogenation of alkenes, we are using a complex of cobalt, which is pentacarbonyl cobalt. The next one is electroplating industries. So, these complex salts or coordination compounds play a greater role in electroplating industries for electroplating gold and silver in the electrolytic bath. When you talk about the textile industry, so it plays a greater role in textile industry. For example, mordants, which are insoluble substance that should be attached to the dyes. So, these mordants, when attached to the dyes, they will form complexes. So, it plays a greater role in textile industry. When you talk about medicinal industry, it has got medical applications also. So, complex salts or coordination compound is useful in medicine also. For example, cisplatin. So, cisplatin is nothing but diamine dichlorido platinum 2. So, diamine dichlorido platinum 2. So, it is used in cancer therapy, that is chemotherapy. So, this cisplatin, which is a complex compound, is used in medicinal industry, particularly for treating cancer. Next, we are going to discuss about the definition. We are going to see the definition of coordination compound. So coordination compounds, it is nothing but molecular compounds formed from the combination of two or more simple stable compounds. So coordination compounds are molecular compounds formed from the combination of two or more simple stable compounds. For example, nickel chloride, it is one compound. Another compound is ammonia. When these two are combined, so nickel chloride and ammonia, it combines to give a complex. So when nickel chloride is a compound, ammonia is also another compound. So both are combined together, we are getting a complex compound or coordination compound where we can get hexamine nickel chloride, hexamine nickel 2 chloride. So the complex formed here is hexamine nickel chloride. It is a complex. You see the square bracket, the species inside the square bracket is called as complex ion, where it cannot be dissociated. So the species which are present inside the square bracket cannot be dissociated into individual ions. The species inside the square bracket are nickel and ammonia. So here when you talk about this hexamine nickel 2 chloride which is formed above, hexamine nickel 2 chloride which is formed above, when it is dissolved in water. So when this complex compound dissolved in water, it ionizes. So what are the two types of ions we are getting? One is NiNH3 2 plus and 2Cl minus. So we are getting hexamine nickel 2 ion. One is hexamine nickel 2 ion, the other one is chloride ion. Already I gave introduction for coordination compounds and we have seen the applications of coordination compounds. After that I gave definition for coordination compound, which is nothing but it is a compound in which a central metal atom or ion is surrounded by fixed number of ions or neutral molecules. Now we are going to say what is simple salt, double salt and complex salt. And I want to give definition for simple salt. A simple salt is one which when dissolved in water, it gives individual ions. A simple salt is one which when dissolved in water gives individual ions. For example, sodium chloride, when it is dissolved in water, you will be getting sodium plus and chloride minus. So sodium chloride when dissolved in water, you will be getting Na plus cation and Cl minus anion. So the ions are completely dissociated. So sodium chloride gets dissociated completely as sodium ion and chloride ion when dissolved in water. Now we are going to see the differences between double salt and complex salt. First I will discuss the points under double salts. Double salts are nothing but which is formed from the combination of two simple salts. So double salt is nothing but it is a combination of two simple salts. And the next property is they exist only in solid state. So only in solid state their existence is possible, and when it is dissolved in water it gets dissociated. So they exist only in solid state and dissociates in aqueous solution. The third point under double salt, they retain the properties of the constituent atoms. When you compare the properties of the double salts with their constituent atoms, it will be similar. So they retain the properties of the constituent atoms. For example, a double salt ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is a combination of ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate, 7 water molecules. So here this ferrous ammonium sulfate, when it is dissolved in water, so it is also a mixture of two simple salts. So ionization is taking place here. So completely ions are produced. Ferrous sulfate is dissociated as Fe2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Ammonium sulfate is dissociated as NH4 plus and SO4 2 minus. There are totally 2 sulfate radicals. So 2 SO4 2 minus is released, whereas the cations are NH4 plus and Fe2 plus. When you talk about the complex salt, it is formed by the combination of two stable compounds. Already we have defined, where the central metal ion is surrounded by fixed number of ions or neutral molecules. The second point, they exist in solid as well as in aqueous solution. So even in solid state as well as in aqueous solution it exists. So they do not dissociate completely. So dissociation is not complete here. So complete dissociation is not possible in case of complex salt. Already I told you, we have seen potassium ferrocyanide. where the species inside the square bracket, that is iron and cyanogen, always they will be together. It cannot be dissociate into individual ions. The third point, when you talk about the properties, they do not retain the properties of the constituent atoms. So the complex compound will have a different property when compared to the constituent atoms. For example, when you talk about potassium ferrocyanide, which is a complex compound, it is dissolved in water, you will be getting K4 is dissociated as 4K plus. So K4 is dissociated as 4K plus, whereas ferrous cyanide is dissociated as FeCN6 2 minus. Already I told you, the species inside the square bracket is iron and cyanogen. So they will be always together. It cannot be dissociated separately as iron and cyanogen. So always these two in the square bracket will be together. So dissociation is not possible. That's why I told here they do not ionize or dissociate completely.